Whatever your sun, moon, or rising sign, there is a message in the sky waiting for you.
This is Horoscope TV, your essential guide to astrology.
Welcome back to Horoscope TV, where we take the astrological data, the major planetary shifts, the transits, the eclipses, and analyze exactly what the universe is delivering to your doorstep.
That's right.
We're not just giving you the generic daily headlines. We are providing the detailed life strategy for the year ahead, custom-tailored for your sign.
And for this forecast, we are turning our analytical lens squarely onto Libra for 2026. This year is, it's defined by an extraordinary configuration. It's presenting opportunities that only really roll around once or twice a decade.
Okay, so it's a big one.
It's a huge one. It's a year of massive professional success, but it comes with a prerequisite. You absolutely must attain a new level of relational maturity and commitment.
Okay, let's unpack this complex energy map. Our mission today is to analyze the key data points, specifically the massive moves of Jupiter and Saturn and where those eclipses are hitting, to truly understand the thematic shifts happening for you, the Libra listener.
Yeah, and the material we've analyzed suggests a year where status and connection are constantly, competing for your attention.
A classic Libra balancing act.
The ultimate balancing act. If we look at the big picture headline for Libra in 2026, it is defined by a distinct high-pressure two-part structure. The first half is about a literal meteoric rise in your career, driven by Jupiter, the planet of expansion and good fortune.
The great benefic.
Exactly. But then the second half is a serious, unavoidable commitment test in every single major relationship in your life, romantic, business, collaborative, and that's triggered by Saturn's big shift into Aries.
Wow. So you're tasked with climbing the highest professional mountain of your decade, while simultaneously needing to build an incredibly sturdy, reinforced base camp in your personal life.
You've got it. It is the quintessential Libra challenge, balancing that external public life with the internal need for harmony and partnership.
It sounds powerful, but also a little exhausting if you don't manage the dual demands.
It can be, which is why we need to map it out.
Let's start right at the top, because the first 6 months look absolutely dazzling for career and public life.
They really do.
We have to begin with Jupiter. It's the planet of luck, expansion, opportunity, and for you, Libra, it is moving through the very top of your chart. This is the 10th house, astrologically known as the house of career, reputation, and public status.
And what's fascinating here, and what we really need to emphasize for you, is the sheer rarity of this transit. Jupiter takes 12 years to circle the zodiac.
Right.
That means this specific transit through your career peak happens only once every 12 years. This is not a gentle career boost.
No.
This is the universe essentially granting you a VIP pass to the top floor of your chosen field, and they are rolling out the red carpet.
Exactly. So this is the major headline news for your 2026. From January until the end of June, you have the absolute best window of the decade, possibly even longer, for your professional life, for visibility, and for achieving those long-term goals you might have previously considered.
Too big. Or too ambitious. It's the time to stop thinking small. The astrological material we analyze refers to this specific time as your professional harvest season. Think of this as the culmination of the prior 11 years of work.
All the groundwork.
All the meticulous, often tedious, foundational work you've been doing, the networking, the late nights, the strategic planning, it's now ready to pay off in spades. Jupiter is the celestial fertilizer ensuring a bountiful crop that is seen by everyone.
So practically speaking, let's give you some actionable strategies. How do you leverage this VIP pass?
First, your confidence has to increase dramatically. Jupiter in the 10th house boosts what we call reputation capital. You need to apply for that job that feels like a stretch.
The one you think you're not qualified for.
The one you think you're not qualified for. You should be launching that massive business idea publicly. Schedule meetings with people you admire, people who hold influence over your next career step. This transit means people in power, VIPs, boards, bosses, are already favorably inclined toward you.
So your reputation precedes you.
It does, and right now, that reputation is shining. You need to act with the authority and high-level strategy befitting a leader.
So this isn't just about getting a promotion. It's about changing the entire trajectory of your public standing. How do you make sure you maximize visibility without, looking arrogant?
It's about being deliberate. When Jupiter is in the 10th house, your public profile is amplified whether you try or not. So you have to manage the message. This means updating your LinkedIn, polishing your website, proactively seeking speaking engagements or interviews, and ensuring your professional image projects the success you are cultivating. Professional humility. It just won't serve you during this window.
If someone offers you an award, take it.
Take it graciously. If they offer a stage, step onto it.
Now let's connect this status climb to your income stream during this first phase. The data is very clear that income growth here is tied directly to status upgrades, not necessarily side hustles.
That's a crucial distinction. This isn't the phase for quick side cash or speculating on volatile investments. This income growth is structural. It's long-lasting.
Right.
It comes through a significantly higher salary, a promotion that increases your baseline income permanently, or recognition that elevates your long-term earning potential.
Like getting a credential or a license that allows you to charge premium rates indefinitely.
Exactly. Your salary and your status are climbing the same corporate ladder together.
That makes perfect sense. The reward for your professional rise is a corresponding financial upgrade linked directly to that new status and responsibility. But the professional sphere isn't the only thing getting a jolt early on. We need to highlight the creative breakthrough coming in mid-February.
Yes, this provides a beautiful balance to all that serious 10th house action. On February 17th, we have a powerful solar eclipse in Aquarius, and it hits your 5th house.
And the 5th house governs self-expression, creative fields, hobbies, and even romantic new beginnings. It's the fun house.
It is the fun house. And a solar eclipse is a powerful new beginning, especially here. So for you, Libra, if you've been sitting on an innovative project, maybe you are writing a script, developing software, designing a new product, planning an art exhibition, this is a pivotal moment.
A launch point.
A major launch point. The data suggests this is where a potentially risky or unconventional idea, one that expresses your unique genius, could pay off big time. The energy of the eclipse is pushing you to take a calculated, creative gamble.
It's the universe saying, stop keeping that brilliant idea hidden.
Launch it. Exactly.
So how does that 5th house creative energy interact with the 10th house career peak? Do they work together?
Oh, they work together beautifully. If we connect this to the bigger picture, you have Jupiter supporting your general public status and visibility in the 10th house.
Right, the big stage.
While this eclipse provides the specific innovative idea or product from the 5th house that fuels that status and sets you apart. It's like getting the perfect proprietary product launch right when you have maximum media exposure.
Wow.
It is a very potent, synergistic combination of high-level visibility and genuine, unique creativity. Think of it as the moment you trademark your special sauce.
Okay, so phase 1 is about capitalizing on professional luck, managing the spotlight, and trusting those creative instincts, especially around that February 17th eclipse. But as that career engine is revving up, another much more serious cosmic influence enters the picture, setting the tone for the long term and directly challenging your comfort zone.
This is the other major axis defining 2026, and it's arguably the more challenging piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
We are talking about the movement of Saturn, the serious planet of discipline, structure, and cosmic testing, into the opposite sign of Aries. And that impacts your 7th house of partnerships.
And Saturn moves slowly, so this isn't a quick hiccup. It begins on February 13th and signals the start of a massive multi-year foundational cycle that affects everyone you have a contract or partnership with, right?
Precisely. This Saturn transit is the commencement of a 2-year cycle where relationships fundamentally change their purpose. We should think of Saturn as the cosmic structural engineer. When it enters your 7th house, it is there to test the foundations of every single important bond in your life.
That sounds intense. If you've been enjoying casual dating or breezy, undefined collaborations, what does Saturn do immediately?
The data is clear. Casual dating loses its appeal, like overnight. The focus shifts entirely to building rock-solid bonds that can withstand the test of time and support your increasing public status.
Okay.
You will suddenly find yourself intolerant of emotional game-playing, immaturity, or ambiguity. Time just becomes too precious to waste on anything that isn't heading toward genuine commitment.
So my question here is, how do you manage the stress of climbing the career mountain with Jupiter while having every single relationship foundation tested simultaneously by Saturn?
That is the core conflict of the year. For love, the commitment test is stark. Saturn exposes flaws so they can be fixed, but if a foundation is truly unstable, Saturn provides the strength or the impetus to let it go.
But if it's strong?
If the relationship is strong, the payoff is immense. Commitment is highly likely. We are talking about proposals, engagements, marriage, or moving in together with the deep-seated intention of a long-term future. Your soul is craving stability, maturity, and a partner who acts like a true co-pilot.
It's the universe making sure that anyone who stands by your side moving forward is truly ready for the long haul and can handle the spotlight that Jupiter is shining on you.
Exactly. And this seriousness has to extend beyond romance into the entire business world.
Right, the seventh house isn't just love.
Not at all. It governs all one-on-one contractual agreements. Your lawyer, your manager, your business partners, even major clients. The vibe shifts dramatically from handshake deals to demanding everything be perfectly in writing.
You're done with ambiguity.
Completely. You need clear roles, clear expectations, and clear exit strategies defined before you proceed with anything.
I can see the immediate practical challenges here. Given your career is peaking, a current business partner or a major client might suddenly demand significantly more time or energy from you, making the collaboration feel draining because maybe their capacity can't match your ambition.
That is the quintessential Saturnian challenge. You might realize that a current collaboration has become dead weight that is now hindering your progress.
Right.
The goal is strategic. Saturn is forcing you to solidify the partnerships that truly contribute to your success and, critically, have the courage to cut the partnerships that are dragging you down. You are effectively auditioning and building a dream team for the next 3 decades of your professional life, and that requires rigorous quality control and honesty.
Which means having tough, potentially awkward conversations, especially since your professional status is peaking at the same time. You need your team to be robust enough to support your acceleration, not constantly require maintenance.
Precisely. And if you are looking to formalize a new alliance, maybe hiring a new manager or signing a major client contract, you need to be strategic. We have a crucial cautionary date coming up that illustrates this tension. The new moon in Aries on April 17th.
Now, a new moon is generally considered excellent for initiating things, right? Especially business launches or signing agreements. A fresh start.
It is, but because Saturn is hovering right there in Aries, the warning is strict. This new moon offers an opportunity for a new start, but under Saturn's rules. This means the contract you sign will be built to last. It has permanence.
Okay, so you better get it right.
You better get it right. Therefore, you must read the fine print. Any hidden flaw, any ambiguous language or assumption you make will become a painful, fixed reality over the next 2 years. Diligence and legal consultation are your best friends in April. Don't let the eagerness of the new moon make you skip due process.
So while Jupiter's giving you the career acceleration, Saturn is giving you the mandatory brake check on who's riding along with you. It's all about quality over quantity in every key relationship, romantic or professional, moving forward from February 13th.
That's the takeaway. That shift requires maturity, but it also delivers incredible stability in the long run.
Okay, before we move too far from February 13th, we have to talk about health. Because the very day Saturn enters your partnership house, it simultaneously leaves your health house, bringing, well, massive, palpable relief.
This is perhaps the most joyous news of the year for physical and mental health. Since 2023, Saturn has been grinding through your 6th house of health, routine, and daily work.
The daily grind.
The daily grind. And for many Libras, this manifested as a severe slog, chronic fatigue that no amount of sleep could fix, mysterious ailments that were hard to diagnose, or just generally feeling that your body was operating at 60%.
The sources refer to this as the slog is over. What exactly is the physical shift on February 13th?
A heavy, invisible weight is lifted. Your energy levels should stabilize dramatically, and your immune system will bounce back. The daily maintenance that felt like a chore now feels effortless. If you were dealing with long-term issues that required constant attention, particularly those associated with Pisces themes, like chronic allergies or unexplained foot pain, they should become manageable or even resolve entirely. The analogy used in the analysis is perfect. Your daily battery life increases from 60% to 100%.
Finally giving you the energy needed to tackle the Saturn tests and the Jupiter peak?
Exactly.
That is fantastic. More energy is exactly what you need. But before we get too comfortable, the material points to a moment of intense psychological clearing in early March.
Yep.
It seems you need to detox your mind before fully healing the body.
Absolutely. We have to discuss the total lunar eclipse in Virgo on March 3rd, hitting your 12th house of subconscious, hidden fears, and necessary solitude. A lunar eclipse is about culmination and release, and in the 12th house, that release is fundamentally psychological.
So you're purging old anxieties and self-sabotaging thought patterns.
That's it, exactly.
So what's the risk associated with this mind-body detox moment if you ignore it?
The risk is stress and anxiety manifesting physically. The 12th house rules the hidden parts of our lives, right? So we are looking at insomnia, disrupted sleep patterns, potential psychosomatic issues if you haven't managed your underlying stress levels.
Your brain just might not want to turn off.
Exactly, because you are processing massive amounts of underlying emotional and psychological clutter that needs to be cleared out.
So the fix is a conscious, mandatory effort to clear that clutter, almost like a mental cleansing ritual.
Mandatory rest and intentional solitude. A strong recommendation for a digital detox. Therapy sessions dedicated to clearing past hurts, focused journaling, or a solo spiritual retreat. This is a massive release point for psychological stress, and if you embrace the quiet, it is powerful medicine. But if you ignore this need for rest, the sources warn that your immune system could temporarily dip right when you need it most, because the body is trying to manage the mental mess. Clear the mind to protect the body.
Okay, shifting gears. Let's look at external finances. We talked about salary being tied to status in phase 1, but the spring brings a fantastic window for other people's money. That is, shared resources, loans, investments.
This is a beautiful financial sweet spot running from March 30th through April 24th when Venus, your ruling planet, bringing ease and favor moves through the 8th house of shared resources.
And the 8th house deals with large financial mechanisms. Banks, mortgages, inheritances, grants, and your partner's income.
All of it.
So what's a tactical opportunity here? If I'm a Libra listening, what should I put on my to-do list for that period?
This is the best month of the year, potentially the easiest in several years, to apply for a loan, a grant, or a mortgage. Venus smooths the way, meaning banks are significantly more likely to say yes and offer favorable terms. It's also a great time to settle any complicated tax issues or apply for refinancing. And what's more, you might directly benefit from a spouse or partner's financial success. Maybe a raise, a large bonus for them, or a successful investment.
Which significantly eases the burden on your household budget, just as Saturn is testing your relationship strength.
Precisely. Financial comfort helps relationship stability.
That is crucial news, especially when paired with the ongoing Saturn commitment test. Financial alignment in the household can definitely ease relational tension. And the data highlights a major stabilization point in late April regarding debts and shared resources.
April 25th is a major financial date because the chaotic, unpredictable energy of Uranus finally leaves your debt sector, the 8th house. For the past 7 years, any shared investments, large loans, or joint debts might have felt highly unpredictable.
A financial roller coaster.
A total financial roller coaster, characterized by sudden, unexpected expenses, large tax bills out of nowhere, or abrupt shifts in a partner's income.
So the shift means the chaos ends. Does that stabilization enable better long-term planning?
Yes, the financial roller coaster of shared investments stabilizes significantly. You can now engage in long-term planning regarding retirement, large capital investments, or mortgage payments without constantly bracing for a sudden, unexpected expense that throws the budget off track.
That's huge.
It gives you solid ground for structured, multi-year financial planning going into the middle of the year, which is essential given Saturn's serious nature.
And that stabilization is crucial because right after that, the energy shifts from passively attracting help to aggressively tackling what you owe.
Yeah.
May and June bring an intense, focused period of debt payoff.
Right. We are looking at Mars, the planet of action, drive, and even aggression moving through that same 8th house from May 18th to June 28th. The vibe is aggressive debt elimination.
This is not passive budgeting.
No, this is a motivated 6-week period where you might enter a laser-focused state of frugality to pay off a major credit card, a student loan, or a personal debt. You have the necessary drive and focus now to get this done quickly.
So what's the tactical advice for this 6-week sprint? If you're focusing on eliminating debt, what should you prioritize?
Focus on high-interest debt. Mars wants immediate results, so prioritize credit cards or personal loans where the interest rates are draining your long-term capital. Use a zero-based budgeting method for these weeks, literally assigning every single dollar a job and cutting out all non-essential spending.
Treat it like a mission.
A temporary, intense mission. The emotional reward of eliminating that debt is immense, and you will feel lighter just before Jupiter shifts into your social sector.
But Mars is an intense, sometimes argumentative planet. Is there a warning associated with this focused, aggressive energy, especially if you have partners?
Yes, there is a strong warning of potential arguments or conflict about money with partners, whether romantic or business. Because the focus is so intense on finances, you might become overly critical of a partner's spending habits or their contribution to the household.
So communication is key.
Clear, transparent communication is absolutely essential. You need to establish who pays for what and mutually agree on the budget cuts up front to avoid conflict during this push to eliminate debt. The best way to use Mars here is to attack the debt together, not each other.
Right. So the first half of the year is characterized by a high-stakes career ascent, a mandatory maturity in relationships, a major physical health reset after the slog, and a highly organized, focused cleanup of the financial landscape. Now let's talk about the big shift that launches the summer and moves the energy entirely from the corporate to the communal.
The entire focus of your year changes dramatically, almost overnight, on June 30th. Jupiter, having peaked and delivered its gifts in your career sector,
In the 10th house?
moves into Leo, your 11th house of networking, groups, friends, and future dreams.
This is a massive thematic shift that requires you to adjust your mindset. From focusing on individual status, me, my title, my promotion, to focusing on influence and community, we, my audience, my network.
That is exactly right. The sources call this transit a popularity contest, but in the best sense possible. Your ability to influence others grows exponentially. Suddenly, your success comes not just from your resume, but from the strong, supportive community and audience you've built around you.
So it's about collaboration.
This is the ultimate season for collaboration, joining prestigious organizations and expanding your sphere of influence.
What's the practical application of this social explosion? If phase 1 was about getting the corner office, what is phase 2 about?
Phase 2 is about filling that office with people who support your vision. It is the best time to launch a digital product, start a community group, organize a major event, or run a big marketing campaign that relies heavily on word-of-mouth endorsement. If you were thinking about joining a new professional organization, leading a community board, or significantly growing your social media presence, this energy supports it entirely. Your world gets much, much bigger.
And linking this to wellness, the material notes that isolation is the enemy during this summer.
Absolutely. With Jupiter in this social house, being around people is what energizes you. Social fitness becomes your best medicine and your primary motivator. Joining a run club, a yoga group, a professional networking circle, or a sports team will do wonders for your vitality.
Right.
You thrive when you are connecting and sharing ideas, so make a deliberate effort to be seen and engage with your communities. Avoid sitting at home and trying to figure things out alone.
The answers come through the group.
Exactly.
This expansion also has a very specific and lucrative financial angle known astrologically as the bonus house. How does the money flow change from phase 1 to phase 2?
In phase 1, the money was reliable salary tied to status. In phase 2, this 11th house transit is your financial harvest time, but the money comes from reputation, influence, and network connections.
Okay, so bonuses, commissions.
Large bonuses, significant commissions, profits from a side hustle that takes off, or a successful crowdfunding campaign. Revenue grows organically through word of mouth. Your audience is paying you back for the quality work you displayed during phase 1.
So the career success from January to June translates into flexible, lucrative cash flow generated by your influence in phase 2. And this is all crystallized by a major defining event in August.
Yes, August 12th brings a total solar eclipse in Leo, hitting this exact networking house. This is described as a game changer that instantly catapults you into a new social or professional echelon.
Eclipses bring sudden, unexpected, often fated events that change the trajectory of the next 6 months. What kind of breakthrough should you be watching for specifically?
A sudden, large financial breakthrough or windfall via a powerful friend, a mentor, or a professional connection is highly likely. You might meet a powerful individual who immediately elevates your standing. A project you worked on previously could yield a surprisingly high return. Crucially, a post, product, or idea you launch could go viral, bringing a massive new audience and a lucrative, prestigious opportunity to lead a major team or initiative. It's the universe rewarding your social capital instantly.
This sounds like the peak of the year, combining social popularity with real financial rewards. And right in the middle of this expansion, you get your personal glow-up moment.
This is the universe giving Libra its due reward for balancing all these intense transits. Venus, your ruling planet, enters Libra from August 6th to September 10th. When your ruler returns home, it's a moment of profound cosmic reinforcement.
So you feel it personally.
Deeply. It delivers a massive boost to your confidence, your physical vitality, and your natural grace.
So it's not just about looking good. It's about having an aura of natural confidence that provides leverage in your Jupiter and Saturn life.
Precisely. You are magnetic, graceful, harmonious. This is the moment to invest in self-care, update your professional and personal wardrobe, or embrace beauty treatments.
And the real-world application here is strategic.
Exactly. This confidence translates into negotiating leverage. You are naturally attracting new admirers or impressing existing partners because you are radiating self-worth, which is the perfect fuel to take into the next highly critical phase of the year.
So after tackling career and contracts, summer is a big social and financial party, capped off by looking and feeling your absolute best. This expansion in confidence will be absolutely necessary because the universe is about to hit the pause button, forcing the most intensely personal review of the entire year.
Every high-growth period must be followed by a strategic review and consolidation. For Libra, this review is intensely personal and non-negotiable thanks to Venus retrograde.
And this retrograde runs from October 3rd to November 13th. We have to emphasize that because Venus is Libra's ruling planet, this cycle affects the identity, self-perception, and physical body of the listener far more acutely than it does for other signs. This is a personal business.
That is vital context. Venus retrograde begins in your money house, which is Scorpio, the second house, and then it slides back into your self house, Libra, the first house.
Okay.
This is a cosmic timeout designed to make you reevaluate two primary areas: your self-worth, which is your first house, and your actual net worth, your second house. These two values must align before the year ends.
Let's detail the financial challenge of early October. If you are a Libra, you must anticipate cash flow slowing down. It's almost inevitable.
Yes, this is a massive red flag for your income flow and liquidity. You might experience delayed payments, invoices getting lost, checks getting stalled in the mail, or unexpected but minor expenses cropping up that drain available cash.
But this isn't a time to panic.
Not a time to panic, but it is a firm mandate to audit your budget, review your current rates, and review your professional value proposition. The universe is forcing you to realize you might be significantly undercharging for the valuable time and specialized skills you've spent the year developing.
So what should the strategy be during this 6-week financial pause? It sounds like you need to be extremely disciplined.
Discipline is the key word. This is a time to save, consolidate, and fix leaks in your financial infrastructure, not to spend lavishly or make impulsive decisions.
Okay.
The data strongly warns against making major capital purchases like cars, houses, or large, expensive equipment during these weeks. Also, absolutely do not quit your job or end a major contract without a new, signed offer safely elsewhere.
So use this time for internal review.
Yes. Look at your bank statements, cancel unused subscriptions, and plan to raise your rates for future clients in December.
And there's a specific warning about a major transactional glitch period in late October when Mercury joins the party.
On October 24th, Mercury, the planet of communication and transactions, joins the retrograde party in your money house. This dramatically heightens the risk of transactional errors, banking mistakes, or critical math errors on invoices.
So double check everything.
Double and triple check every single banking app transaction, every invoice sent or received, and every calculation. Meticulous, slow, detailed attention is required to avoid headaches that could take months to undo.
As October progresses, the focus slides from external money problems to internal identity and self-image when Venus backs into Libra itself on October 25th. This is where the self-worth challenge hits home.
This is a challenging moment of deep self-analysis. You might feel a noticeable dip in confidence, becoming intensely unsure about your professional image, your personal style, or your overall self-worth.
Right.
You may start questioning if you are sacrificing too much of yourself to maintain harmony or keep the peace in your relationships, that classic Libra dilemma of giving too much to the partnership axis.
Given that dip in confidence, should you jump immediately into overhauling your look or branding to fix the feeling?
No, absolutely not. The strategy must be internal work, focused on reflection. Rethink your pricing structure, review and update your resume to reflect the 10th house achievements, redesign your website on paper, or plan that long-term style makeover.
But don't do it yet.
But, and this is the critical instruction, wait until mid-November to actually implement or launch the new you. Doing it during the retrograde means the results will often feel incomplete or wrong upon reflection.
Finally, we need to detail the health warning tied directly to Venus retrograde as it affects the body parts traditionally ruled by Libra.
Venus retrograde has definite physical manifestations for its ruled sign. For Libra, this means focusing on the kidneys, the lower back, and your internal sugar balance. The advice is simple but critical and must be followed.
Okay.
Drink extra water, significantly more than you think you need. Focus on gentle yoga or stretching for the lower back to manage tension, and be extremely cautious about sugar intake and refined carbohydrates.
Why the particular focus on sugar and its impact?
Your body might struggle to process it efficiently during this highly sensitive internal transit. Excess sugar can easily lead to significant energy crashes, the very opposite of what you need, or unpleasant, persistent skin breakouts that affect your confidence. The body needs gentle nurturing and balance during this time of intense internal review, not radical changes.
And the absolute definitive NO regarding appearance and irreversible changes.
The data is very strong here. Do not schedule drastic changes. We're talking plastic surgery, injectables like Botox, radical haircuts, or any cosmetic dental work during that October 3rd to November 13th window.
Why not?
Your perception of beauty, symmetry, and value is warped by the retrograde, and the results will very likely be disappointing, requiring costly, time-consuming fixes later. Stick rigidly to gentle maintenance and restorative self-care.
So October and early November are about pausing, fixing financial leaks, and preparing to relaunch your self-worth and your professional rates. It's necessary maintenance for the massive growth you've experienced.
Thankfully, this period of doubt, delay, and financial review is finite. On November 13th, Venus returns direct, signaling a profound emotional and financial shift.
What is the immediate, palpable shift the listener will feel the week Venus stations direct?
The change is immediate and deeply refreshing. The months of self-doubt fade rapidly, confidence returns instantly, and you finally get your groove back. But this time, your groove is built on true self-knowledge.
Okay.
You are ready to engage in your relationships and business dealings on your own terms, confident in the new self-worth you established during the retrograde. You'll emerge with that polished look you planned and a perfectly balanced, audited budget ready for the new year.
That clarity allows you to finish the year strong, ready to apply all the lessons learned from both the Jupiter expansion and the Saturn seriousness.
And we finish the year with a positive burst of flowing communication and potential travel planning. The new moon in Sagittarius on December 8th is an excellent date for initiating conversations that clarify misunderstandings or solidify intentions.
So things flow easily.
Communication flows easily and honestly, making it the perfect moment to plan a holiday trip, especially with a loved one, solidifying those commitment lessons from the year and setting the stage for 2027.
This year has been an incredible roller coaster, moving from a professional peak to relational seriousness, social expansion, and finally, a deep personal audit. Before we wrap up, let's finish with a final summary of those crucial power and caution dates for easy reference.
Absolutely. The year's success hinges fundamentally on timing and leveraging the correct energy at the right time.
Okay, so your best window for professional success and promotion, that huge Jupiter peak where you must seize opportunities, is the entire first half, January 1st through June 30th. Don't wait.
The best time for securing loans, grants, or mortgages due to favorable banking conditions and smooth transactions is that financial sweet spot in spring, March 30th to April 24th.
If you're looking for commitment, marriage, or solidifying a business alliance that requires a serious long-term foundation, the intense energy shifts on February 13th onwards, thanks to Saturn's mandatory commitment test.
Your best dates for networking, launching a community initiative, or seeing a financial windfall from your audience are in the summer expansion. June 30th, when Jupiter shifts, and that powerful August 12th eclipse.
For your personal glow-up, best time for beauty treatments and maximum natural vitality and charm, circle August 6th to September 10th on your calendar. Use that leverage strategically.
And finally, the dates to handle with extreme caution, where you should avoid major spending, contracts, or cosmetic changes due to potential financial errors and self-doubt. That's the Venus retrograde window, October 3rd to November 13th.
So looking back at the full arc of 2026, it is truly about navigating a high-speed, meteoric professional rise, balanced by the absolute necessity of establishing serious long-term commitment and foundation in your personal life.
The ultimate lesson for Libra this year is about achieving the right equilibrium between self-worth and partnership. You are defining your value internally so that you can negotiate your worth externally, in the boardroom and in the bedroom.
Right.
You can absolutely have the peak career, but the universe is requiring you to build a strong, stable, non-negotiable foundation at home to truly sustain that success for the next decade.
It's an empowering and challenging forecast, full of massive, decade-defining growth opportunities. Thank you for joining us for this in-depth analysis of your 2026 forecast here on Horoscope TV.
And as you reflect on this year of incredible acceleration and stringent foundational tests, here is the provocative thought for you to carry forward. The year is structured to force a choice between striving for ultimate external status, that Jupiter peak, and committing to sustained, high-quality connection, the Saturn test.
So the question is,
What does building a true dream team in life and business require you to let go of before you can fully commit to the stable, successful future you want?
we'll catch you next time for more celestial analysis.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of Horoscope TV. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow the show so you don't miss the next forecast. Can't wait for the next episode? You don't have to. Get more astrology insights and read your daily horoscope right now at horoscope.tv. That's horoscope.tv. We'll see you in the next episode.